Good evening and welcome back to another Monday edition of Live at 5. I'm Lance Jenkins.
And I'm Kelsey Rushing. Tonight's show is brought to you by WillowTree Antiques and Gifts in downtown Rockingham.
That's a great place. I mean, it's right next to Henry's on Hancock Street. You have just got to see what they're offering over at WillowTree. I mean, a really, really neat place. Stop in and see them sometime. Folks, 2 interviews tonight, including an exclusive interview with Congressman Robert Pittenger and an in-studio interview with recent 4-H Senior Showmanship Award winner Coleman Berry. So let's get right to it. Now for tonight's top story. Congressman Robert Pittenger of the 9th Congressional District of North Carolina threw his support to the Graham-Cassidy bill currently being debated in the Senate that, if passed, would ultimately repeal and replace Obamacare. The repeal and replacement of Obamacare, technically known as the Affordable Care Act, has been a top priority for both House and Senate Republicans, including Congressman Pittenger, who joined me earlier today for an exclusive interview where we discussed the Graham-Cassidy bill, Obamacare, Medicaid, and more. And we're now joined by the Congressman Robert Pittenger of the 9th District in North Carolina. Congressman, certainly glad to have you on the show tonight.
Good evening. Great to be with you.
So you have announced formally that you support the Graham-Cassidy health care bill, and it seems that other members of the Republican Party, like Senator John McCain and Senator Rand Paul, have said that they will not support the bill. So why are 2 of the major staples of the party denouncing this bill?
I wouldn't call them major staples. I'd call them obstructionist. 98% of the Republicans support this bill. It is an important bill. We will move health care away from federal mandates, one-size-fits-all regulations, to giving it to the states to manage and to allow options for the American people. This is a great start. It's not the end game, not everything I would like to have, but my goodness, socialism hadn't worked. And this would be an important first step in reducing the premiums and making healthcare more cost-effective for every single American.
So you have, and you've long been an advocate for repealing and replacing Obamacare. So tell us how, in your mind, the Graham-Cassidy bill, if passed, will affect health care premiums for the thousands of North Carolinians that really have already seen their premiums double and triple under Obamacare.
Absolutely. It's been a total disaster. In fact, insurance carriers are pulling out of the market because it never was financially sustainable for them. It was set up on a bad model. Actuarials never were sound. And now you have very limited interest by insurers even to participate. So what this will allow is ultimately more competition in the market. Competition drives down the prices and creates better products no matter what we're buying. And giving this to the states creates better management. The federal government manages nothing well, and there's so much waste, fraud, and abuse, particularly in Medicaid. I've worked on Medicaid for 14 years, and the fraud is just pervasive throughout the system. The states have not been incentivized because there's the federal government paying out the money, and the states are allocating the money. Now the states are going to be responsible because the money will come in block grants to the states, and now they're going to have to be responsible for their own money. Makes a big difference. I served in the state senate in the 2000s, and we would always say, oh, well, that's federal money. I'd heard said by many, that's federal money. We don't have to worry about that. Well, they're going to have to worry about it now. They're going to have to become accountable, fiscally accountable to the American people for how this money is allocated. And it's going to allow people with high-risk conditions to get coverage. Make no mistake about that. We will have good coverage and good, affordable health care for every American through this bill.
So, and while we're on Medicaid, actually, there's no doubt about it that there's fraud in the Medicaid system. And so what I'll ask you, on Friday, we had Pastor James Brigman. I know you're familiar with his story. And as a matter of fact, I know your office has done a lot to reach out to them. And so
he's a wonderful person.
Absolutely. Couldn't respect him more. So he obviously has a concern about how the Medicaid program would be affected under the Graham-Cassidy bill. But it seems as if putting this money in the states, really kind of giving them some accountability again, would certainly provide the Medicaid. I don't see how the Medicaid program wouldn't still be successful, but obviously he has some concerns, and I think that rightfully so. And so I'll ask you, how do you feel that the block grants will still take care of his child's needs and children like him under Medicaid?
Well, he's a very kind of person we really want to help. And I served in the state legislature. I was in the state senate. And America and North Carolina are generous people. And we want to be a safety net who have real needs. And those kind of needs are the kind of things we want to be responsive to and we want to support. And he's going to find full support inside of North Carolina legislature for those kind of needs. What there won't be support of are people who are exploiting the system, whether it's providers of health care who know how to invoice the system, or it's individuals who really shouldn't be eligible to receive food stamps or other types of Medicaid, but they know how to work the system. So this is going to be a great program. It's going to provide quality health care and meet the needs of real concerned citizens that we have, like the pastor and his child.
Absolutely. Last question for you. So obviously there's a ton of people in this county and in entire North Carolina, really, but also your congressional district, who have seen their premiums double, triple under Obamacare. But there's also been a group of people who have seen very low premiums as a result of these subsidies. How might they be affected by the Graham-Cassidy bill, and will they still be able to obtain health care?
Yes, sir. I would say the far majority of the people, 78% of the people, their premiums have gone up, their deductibles have gone up. You may have a premium of, $1,000, $1,200 a month, and your deductible might be $5,000 or $10,000. That's not coverage if you have that kind of deductible. So this is going to be affordable and allow everyone to have access to affordable health care.
Congressman Robert Pittenger of the 9th Congressional District of North Carolina, we certainly appreciate you joining us today at Live at 5.
Yes, sir. Have a wonderful evening. God bless you.
Thank you. We certainly appreciate the Congressman joining us, and his weekly column submitted to the Richmond Observer is now available on richmondobserver.com.
McNair Auto Sales, which is where my car is actually from, will hold its grand opening at its new location at 1026 East Broad Avenue on Saturday, September 30th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. McNair's first day in the new facility between Wendy's and Strikers Bowling Alley was September 1st, but had been at its previous location just down the road since 2006. Trey McNair of McNair Auto Sales stated that the event is a combination of a grand opening and customer appreciation.
The event will be a total family affair, as Twisted Treats and other food vendors will be on site, along with a video game truck for kids, as well as other games, face painting, giveaways, and a ribbon cutting ceremony. There will also be a drawing for a chance to win a free cruise for two. Comment on McNair Auto Sales Facebook page or stop by their new location to enter the drawing. Folks, stay with us. We will be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Erin McNair, and on behalf of the entire McNair family, we'd like to invite you to the grand opening of the new McNair Auto Sales location, Saturday, September 30th from 11 to 2. At our new location, 1026 East Broad Avenue, we look forward to serve you with greater selection, better facility, with the same reliable and friendly staff you have grown to know and trust. With over 40 years of experience, you know when it comes to buying your van, truck, or car, McNair is the name you can trust. Papa, Phil, Carrie, Ryan, Trey, Kristen, and the whole McNair family look forward to seeing you as we celebrate the grand opening of our new location, Saturday, September 30th from 11 to 2. We'll see you there.
Willow Tree Antiques and Gifts is a specialty retail store in downtown Rockingham, in the heart of Richmond County. We are all about rustic, farm-style home decor and gifts. We offer a variety of antique, vintage, and new items. We love helping you make your house a home with unique, one-of-a-kind finds. We also have specialty gifts for all occasions.
I'm Kelly. I worked at Champion 4 for 2 years.
6 years.
3 years.
1 year.
I've been at Champion Fort for 13 years.
1 whole year.
15 years.
I'm Jamie and I've been at Champion Ford for 12 years.
I've been here 8 years.
Champion prices, champion service, champion experience.
Get treated like a champion today at Champion Ford. Just down the road from high prices, championfordlincoln.com.
We are Champion Ford.
A reminder that Richmond Community College President's Club Kickoff Celebration will be held this upcoming Thursday, September 28th, starting at 6 p.m. at the Cole Auditorium. There'll be a big crowd coming for the free concert with Classic Journey Live, one of the very best Journey tribute bands in the nation, and of course, free ice cream. The Richmond Observer and Liveify will be at this major event, so be sure to come out for a free concert and free ice cream and learn how you can support Richmond Community College. Remember, this event is free and open to the public. The grounds of Millstone 4-H Camp were abuzz Thursday night for the latest Richmond County Chamber of Commerce Connections After 5 event. Dozens of local business leaders were in attendance for this event, which is a part of the After Hours networking series organized by the Chamber of Commerce. The next Connections After 5 event will be hosted by First Health Richmond Memorial on Thursday, November 16th. Please see the Chamber's website, richmondcountychamber.com, or their social media outlets for more information on how you can attend this event.
The recently held Richmond County 4-H Goat Show saw several local youth take home awards and recognition. Approximately 50 youth from Hoke, Guilford, Iredell, Moore, Randolph, Rockingham, Richmond, Scotland, Stanley, and Stokes counties showed over 100 goats at the 4-H event. The show is one of the larger county goat shows in the state, drawing a crowd close to 200 spectators from across the region. Coleman Berry, who is a senior at Richmond County Early College, was awarded the Senior Showmanship Award, while Ava Berry, also of Ellerby, was named the Intermediate 11 through 13 Showmanship winner. And joining us in studio now is the Senior Showmanship winner here in Richmond County and winning again this past weekend. Coleman Berry, welcome in studio.
Glad to be here.
So tell us about your involvement in 4-H. Obviously, you're very successful. First off, let's talk about the Richmond County show. You won Senior Showmanship Award. How did that feel?
It felt pretty good. It got me one step closer to getting the belt buckle at the end of the year. This is going to be my last year showing, and so that was one thing I really had my mind set on, and I won it. I won the belt buckle this year by winning the last show, and when I won that last show, that put me in first place in our whole circuit.
Absolutely. And so, of course, this past weekend, you went to Monroe.
Yes, sir.
And you won again.
Yes, sir.
And and so now you head into the state. I think everybody goes to state, but you're kind of going in with some momentum, obviously. Yeah.
We'll be going to the state fair October 12th through the 16th, showing in 4 different shows there, 2 showmanships and 2 meet doe classes. Throughout that, it'll be an all-day thing. We'll get there Wednesday, come home for the weekend, and go back on Monday.
So tell me about how long you've been involved in 4-H. I mean, you obviously having a lot of success now. When did you get started?
I got involved in 4-H when I was about 5 or 6. I got really active when I was about 9. Started showing when I was 10. And ever since then, I've been showing and been real involved. I'm involved in Teen Council, the Richmond County Teen Council, the Livestock Club, as well as helping plan events and other things for our county.
Fantastic. And of course, you have been involved sometime, been showing for what, 8 or 9 years now, approximately?
8 years.
8 years. And so tell me, you're almost done. It's your last year showing. What are your plans after? You're a student, first off, at Richmond County Early College, is that right?
Yes, sir.
So what's your plans after high school?
Next year, I plan to transfer to NC State and double major in food and poultry science.
NC State. Just saying. Yeah, just a big fan of NC State. You know, we got family on the state. So you're going to NC State. You always been a Wolfpack fan?
Yes, sir.
Great. I like you even more as we keep going. But you're just your last year showing. It's got to be bittersweet.
Yeah, doing it for a while and staying on top of things and getting out there in the ring. And next week will be my last county fair. Knowing that'll be my last county fair, that'll be a bit hard. State fair, that'll be even harder. Last state fair for the past 7 or 8 years, and
so I mean, this is bittersweet for sure.
Yes, sir.
So let's talk a little bit about 4-H here in the county. You want to get more people involved. I mean, it sounds like you guys have a really good time, and I know it's beneficial. How can people get involved if they're not involved in 4-H yet, particularly young folks, and they want to get involved?
So right now we have something for all ages in Richmond County. We have a shooting sports club. We have a cooking clovers club. Our newest club is our STEAM club. They just started this past week and they had 15 youth there. We have a archery club, and we have a after-school club that meets. They pick the kids up from school and they go somewhere in Hamlet and they meet there.
Fantastic. And so, who do you know who they'd call, or?
You can call Allison Hoffman at the Richmond County Extension Office, and the phone number is 910-997-8255.
997-8255.
Yes, sir.
Number at the bottom of the screen. If you want to get involved with 4-H here in the area, you can call the Extension Office. And that number again is 997, excuse me.
8255.
8255, bottom of the screen, folks. If you want to get involved, or your child wants to get involved with 4-H, call that number at the bottom of the screen, and they can get involved. Wow, I mean, and you're a real sharp guy here, and wish you the best of success.
Thank you.
And you've obviously had a lot of success in 4-H. Sounds like you're pretty successful in the academic arena. Am I right?
Yeah, I try to be.
You try to be, yeah. That's
try to
what,
stay on top of things.
Good. Well, Coleman Berry, folks, Senior Showmanship Award here in Richmond County. He won in Monroe this past weekend, and he's moving on to State Fair, and really just an overall great guy, superb 4-H guy, and of course you want to get involved, you can call the number at the bottom of the screen, and maybe you can share some of the successes just like Coleman Berry has. Coleman, so happy to have you in studio today.
Thank you.
Folks, we will be right back after these messages.
Family Pharmacy has been serving Richmond County since April 2007, and we have enjoyed getting to know our customers since then. We take our jobs very seriously, and will do whatever we can to make sure you have what you need. Come visit us on Fayetteville Road in Rockingham, and we will treat you like family.
Hospice, you guys just outdo yourselves every day, and I really appreciate it. I honest to God don't know what I would do if it weren't for you. The things that you do, I'm in approval of, and thank you. I don't know what else to say other than thank you.
Welcome back to Live at 5. Now for tonight's top sports story. The hunt for the much anticipated first home win of the season is finally over, as the Richmond Senior High School football team electrified Raiders Stadium Friday with its most explosive offensive performance of the season. Under dazzling Friday night lights and a touchdown against Cancer game, Richmond buzzed its way to a 56-34 victory in its Sandhills Athletic Conference opener against Purnell Sweat High School.
Racking up a season-high 446 yards of total offense, the Raiders decimated the Rams' defensive line by finding the end zone 8 times, 6 of which came via the ground attack. The Raiders now 3-2 on the season and 1-0 in conference play. unloaded a barrage of scoring plays on the Rams, striking early and often. The Raiders' running attack, led by Jaheim Covington and senior running back Dante Miller, collected 223 total rushing yards and saw 4 backs rush for at least 30 yards. Covington finished the night with his best individual performance of the year, gaining just 50 yards on 10 attempts, but wowed Raiders fans with a season-best 3-touchdown performance. The Richmond Observer, in continuing its Student Athlete of the Week segment, will be featuring a Raider football player later this week. Look for our exclusive story and player interview on the Richmond Observer's flagship nightly news program, Live at 5, this Wednesday, September 27th.
Richmond Senior High School Lady Raiders tennis team has had a bit of an up-and-down season so far, beginning the year by losing 2 straight, only to go on a 6-game winning streak. However, after losing Tuesday to Sand Hills Athletic Conference powerhouse Pinecrest High School, the Raiders' 5-3 loss to Jack Britt on Thursday put them back on a 2-game slide.
Richmond junior Grayson Way defeated her opponent 7-6, 6-1 in the number 4 singles match, and senior Meredith Stogner was victorious over Lindsay Adams 6-7, 6-4, 10-5 in the number 5 match, respectively, to notch the only wins in one-on-one competition. Head coach Mike Way said there is still, though, a chance for the Raiders to place in the conference, and he's confident they can do so. The Raiders, now 6-4 on the season and 6-3 in conference play, will continue conference play at 4 p.m. tomorrow, Tuesday night, at home against Hope County High School.
Your 3-day weather report is brought to you by Family Pharmacy. Well, they said that fall is here, but the forecast doesn't show it. Tomorrow will be very cloudy with a high of 88, and Wednesday will be sunny and will warm up to a high of 92, and Thursday will be about the same.
I'll tell you, I mean, the weather looking good this week. It's a mighty bright week.
Oh, definitely. It really is. And you know what? I'm glad. Even though it's fall, I love hot weather personally.
Well, and it's a mighty bright future for the NC State Wolfpack. Where's Russell? Is Russell back there? Hey, folks, I called it on Friday. And the only regret is I didn't do it on the air. I don't think I said it on the air.
No, I don't think you did.
So there's really no proof. So Russell could dispute. Russell, I see you back there. He could dispute that I never actually said it, but hopefully he'll do the right thing when he comes on the air tomorrow, and he'll tell everybody that I did say NC State would win, though I am not the expert. I think I got a little lucky. The expert's Russell, and he'll be joining us tomorrow for another edition of the College Football Weekend Roundup, also NASCAR Weekend Roundup. His favorite racer, Kyle Busch, won yesterday. He doesn't like Kyle Busch. But he will be, not Kyle Busch, excuse me. We don't want him anyway. But Russell will be joining us, Russell Parker, tomorrow for the usual college football NASCAR roundup. And certainly, and you'll be back on the air tomorrow.
Oh, no, yep.
And I'll be out. And once I get back from the Caribbean, I'm joking. I won't be there. Folks, I'll be back with you next week. And, of course, Kelsey will be with you all week this week.
Oh, yeah.
Haley Gordon going to be joining you, as well as Kyle Pillar later this week. Going to be a great time. And I will be back from a conference next week. And I'll join you again.
Of course.
For another edition of Live at 5. Folks, thanks for joining us tonight. We appreciate the Congressman joining us, as well as Coleman Berry, 4-H. We look forward to having more guests on later this week. Folks, I'm Lance Jenkins.
And I'm Kelsey Rushing.
And we will see you tomorrow for another edition Live at 5. So long.